Thursday coverage of the 2013 PSP Dallas Headshot. Brought to you by Eclipse Paintball and RazaLife.com. The first matchup of Dallas is San Antonio X Factor versus Sacramento Excessive. X Factor had one of their best years in 2012, coming away with 3 third-place finishes, but couldn't crack the top 2. X Factor starts off this match with strong snake play from new players Dimitri Ninos and Zach Wade. Thomas Taylor bunkers out Zach and wants a penalty, but instead he gets a bag full of bonus balls. Here's a free lesson for all you kids out there learning how to bunker like a pro. Step 1, one-handed gangster gat. Step 2, bunker anything in sight, including referees. And then step 3, shoot the rest of the team. Don't go back to apologize to the ref that you just sent off the field in pain.
We just finished our game against Excessive. You know, it was a straight-up match. Towards the end, we started getting penalties. But, I mean, we were just playing too fast. We needed to control the game. And, I mean, we'll see how it goes next match.
X Factor goes on to win this match 7-2. Next up is Houston Heat versus Chattanooga CEP. Heat are the top dogs coming into this event with 3 first-place finishes and the series championship in 2012. To start off this game, Heat did a great job slowing up the pace and waiting for CEP to run into their guns. CEP was able to get some points back on the board with some strong Dorito play from the newest player, John Ruza, but it wasn't enough to close the gap with Heat.
We just played Heat. They're the best team in the world right now, so we knew it was going to be a tough one, and we just wanted to get out there and, you know, get the duffs off and play our game. And really, we pretty much came together. It was just a small thing, you know, here and there, that really killed us.
We just played our first match against CEP, and it was kind of a sloppy game for us when you tighten it up a lot. We won 7-3, but you know, it should have been worse than that. We should have won 7-0, so we're making little mistakes, but we'll clean it up for the next game against Dynasty.
Heat takes this one 7-2. Up next is San Diego Dynasty versus Sacramento Excessive. Dynasty had one of their toughest years in 2012 with a disappointing finish at every event. They are coming into this year with a lot to prove.
We ended up practicing Excessive a lot last weekend, and we knew what they were going to do a little bit. We really just keyed up for that, and you know, we did our jobs. We didn't try to do too much, and you know, honestly, we just played pretty solid as individuals. We had 1 penalty, and that 1 penalty caused us that 1 point. But other than that, we just kind of whittled them away.
And those guys play tough. I felt like we were in a lot of points, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, but guys just getting shot out of their bunkers, not getting it done. We actually practiced with those guys. They're super tough. They gave us a great practice. We thought we could do a few things to adjust, but it just didn't work out. So next we got Heat and I believe CEP. So we're hoping to come out a lot better against those guys. Hopefully we can beat both those teams and maybe see Sunday. Anyways, love you, babe. Love you, kids. Miss you guys. Thanks, Dirty.
What's up?
Tyler Harmon finishes this match with some aggressive goon-handing skills, and Dynasty goes on to beat Excessive 7-1.
We were the team to beat. It's hard to take down the top team, but it's hard to beat the top team too.
We were kind of at each other's throats a little bit in the pit.
If we shoot people, we don't all go running down the field like idiots, all right?
Gosh damn it, man! Hey, we gotta have more composure than that.
We don't have 5 people run down the middle of the field in a 5-on-1. You don't have to play anymore!
Next up, Chattanooga CEP versus San Antonio X Factor. The top-ranked player for X Factor of 2012 was Grayson Goff, ranked 13 overall. Game stats are brought to you by PaintballAccess.com.
just got done playing CEP, came out and they put a beating on us. They shot a lot of people on break and we just couldn't recover. It was a tough game. They played well. We came out a little flat. Beat Excessive earlier this morning. They just came out and we didn't seem mentally prepared, and they definitely did a good job of shutting us down on break and just closing the games well.
Our lanes were on, man. The new dye, CG paint, is just amazing. You know, it doesn't bounce, it breaks on everything and not in the guns. Honestly, that was huge, and we really focused on lanes. You know, we had a huge practice and shot a ton of lanes and really focused on that, and it really helped out. There's points for this match where we shot 3 off the break, and you know, when you do that, it's really hard to lose. We have a lot to learn still, but it feels great. You know, after being in the league for 3 years and just taking a beating constantly, this is one of the best feelings I've ever had in paintball in my entire life. You know, we're going to build from here and hopefully finish this tournament strong. We got a long way to go, but we got to, you know, hopefully this will help us earn our spot in this league and get some respect, you know, from you guys out there. So thank you very much.
CEP's Papa Lopez finishes the last point from the snake and gets some love from the crowd. CEP goes on to beat X Factor 7-1. Next up is San Diego Dynasty versus Houston Heat. Taking a look at some 2012 player rankings, the top ranked player for San Diego Dynasty was Ryan Greenspan, ranked at 11 overall. Dynasty started off this game strong, taking the first 2 points with ease. However, after this, Heat turned it up, and this match was a battle the whole way through.
Just played Dynasty. You know, they came out strong, put 2 up on us, and we came back, tied it up, and from there, just kind of back and forth. You know, tightened up the little mistakes we were making. They took spots on us a lot, but you know, we just grinded it out and played better as a unit and closed out the game. And you know, it wasn't pretty, but we won.
It was a close game. You know, Heat's a phenomenal team. Really close game. Came down to a couple just crucial points, little small mistakes. You know, guys getting shot out of the bunker when we should be shooting them out of the bunker. You know, when we have bodies up on a side, we should never lose on a side. Just little minor things that'll cost you a big game.
In the last point, Dynasty is down 6-5 with 45 seconds left. They make a great effort, but Heat locked down the field and held them on. Heat goes on to win this battle 6-5. Starting off the afternoon bracket is Edmonton Impact versus Moscow Red Legion. The top-ranked player of 2012 is Alexander Berdnikov. Impact gets off to a good start, getting field position and being up on bodies. And they concede the point, apparently.
I pushed it. Oh, he fucking we ran into it on accident. Leon, I literally went like this, and Bart hit it, I guess, and it went off.
These shenanigans get resolved and both teams agree to restart the match. Red Legion goes on to take the first point, with Michael Kovar going to work in the snake. But after this, Impact dominated the rest of the match.
We just got off playing Impact. Didn't really go our way. Some last minute changes took us by surprise. I think the main problem was we were dying in 2s instead of just dying in a 1. Like, you know, we were dying in groups instead of just the odd guy. Once that happens against a good team, you can't get back from it. So we've got to focus on just playing the basics correctly, and I think we'll be good for the next game.
Good match. You know, we made a mistake in the end. We accidentally bumped the point marker. They said we hit the side of it and it was a little too sensitive. They called it a no point, which kind of sucks, but hey, listen, they could have went the opposite direction with it. The Russians were very classy about it and said, you know what, it was a mistake. We don't want to win on that. So I got a lot of respect for those guys for that. They went and took the first point from us, and then you know, then we just started doing well. We lost another point in the middle, and then we started gelling as a team. It's our first tournament together with this group of guys, so you know, I think it's going to take some time. It was great. Just want to say, Mom, I love you. My baby at home, Devin, and my beautiful wife, and the rest of my family. Love you guys.
Impact takes this one 7-2. Next up is Tampa Bay Damage versus Chicago Aftershock. Damage had an amazing showing the first event of 2012, but after that they had a series of disappointing finishes and a second place at World Cup. The match started off close with both teams trading points back and forth. However, once Shock got a major penalty, Damage capitalized and racked up the points.
up our first match of 2013 PSP Dallas. Played Chicago Aftershock. Started kind of slow. We played a little sloppy, ran their guns a little bit. They gave us a little break. They got a couple majors, and we just ran away from there. We just, attacked them. They couldn't really do much from there on out. We got it up to 6-1. Played the last point. They got another penalty, which gave us the point. So that was it, 7-1. I mean, we pretty much just ran around, did whatever we wanted, and controlled the pace of that game. So started out pretty well.
In the last point, Shock gets another minor penalty and end this match with a hat trick in the penalty box. Damage dismantles Aftershock in this one, 7-1.
Next season on the roster.
We're looking for a guy that's like on our heels every weekend.
My name is Wesley Ward. I'm 23. I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Scott Kemp, age 26, born and raised in Los Angeles, California.
The attitude thing, man, it's one of those things. Some people like it, some don't.
Up next is Edmonton Impact versus Omaha Vicious. Vicious made it to Sunday in the second event of 2012, but after that missed the cut each time. 2012 was still their most successful season, and they are not to be taken lightly. However, this match was completely one-sided in the favor of Impact. They did a great job landing Vicious off the break and capitalizing quickly.
Just got done playing Vicious, beat him 7-0. It's a good game. I mean, 7-0, every time you win 7-0, you're always going to say it's a good game. So we've done a good job not getting any penalties. We're shooting a lot of people on the break. That last game, we were consistently shooting 1, 2, sometimes 3 people on the go. So if you're shooting people that well, paint shooting straight, it's going to be an easy day. But got a little tougher day on Saturday, so hope it's a good warm-up.
Those darn Canadians, they give Vicious the skunk. Next up is Chicago Aftershock versus Moscow Red Legion. First point, AJ Lawes shows off his skills with his new ego and shuts down the Russians from the Dorito side. Next point, the Russians came back with some aggressive play of their own, and Shock puts up a fight, but just weren't able to come back.
We started off, stepped on our dicks, got penalties, third, fourth point, stepped on our dicks. If we could just keep our composure, play as a fucking team, we can hold it out.
We got several mistakes playing against Impact, and those guys showed like a really good balance, like attacking and defensive game that we're not kind of ready to. But anyways, then playing against the Aftershock, like when it's attack against attack, we just showed the best what we could do actually over here. So tomorrow we're gonna have a day off. Then Saturday we play again and against like another tough team, one of those Damage. But we're gonna see what they're doing and we're gonna be prepared for that.
Red Legion takes this one 7-2. The last match of the day, Tampa Bay Damage versus Omaha Vicious. This match started off back and forth, with both teams playing a very aggressive style of play. However, midway through the match, Keith Brown decided to turn up the heat and give his team all the momentum.
Alright, we just played Damage, second game of the day. We knew they were going to be a tough game. We practiced them a week ago. We knew they're good on their guns, good on their lanes. So we just try to do it. You know, there's a really fast field, been playing fast for everyone. So we just kind of try to play our aggressive ball, but it didn't work out for us. So hopefully tomorrow we'll come back stronger and be better.
Chad Bougere gets a minor penalty in the last point, and Vicious gets another point on the board. But with only 10 seconds left, there's no time to play another point, and Damage goes on to win the match 6-3. Thanks for watching this version of the Dirter Headshot.
Bus ticket, leaving at 3.
Stay tuned for more coverage of the PSP Dallas event coming soon.